let's talk about the shutdown, because Hogan's client, Mr. Johnson, is heavily involved. And here's the president today in the Oval talking about the concept of, as Schumer and Jeffrey said, we'd like to meet with you, Mr. President. Let's get this sorted out. Well, they met once before. It didn't go very well. Number one, please, Sam.
Love to meet with them. I just want them to open up the country first. You know, the country is so hot right now, and they've never voted against, continuation. They've never voted against. They've never done that. They're doing this because they have Trump derangement syndrome. But I would love to meet. I would like to meet with both of them. But I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open. The people want to go back to work. They want to be served. They need the services of some people, and a lot of people need the money, the payroll. So I'll do it as soon as they open up the country. I'd like to meet them.
All right, I'm just to make sure I got this right. Yemisi.
Yemisi.
Yemisi. Okay, Yemisi. If your phone rang and it said hold for the leaders, and it was Jeffries and Schumer, and they said, "How's it going? Should we stay the course or should we change?" What would you tell them?
I would say stay the course. Dig in. Do not give 1 inch. I would say what you did in March put you in the position you are right now. I would say to Chuck Schumer, you decided without talking to the rest of your caucus to side with the Republicans. You completely blindsided folks. Look, you annoyed moderates, but you pissed off progressives and they railed against you. You're at a point where your leadership is being undermined. People are talking about AOC more than they're talking about you. You cannot give in. A shutdown is a game of chicken, and the first person that breaks is the person that owns it.
So no matter how long it goes on, no matter how much people are being hurt, just wait for the Republicans to agree to what? What would you accept as an end to this?
An extension of the subsidies.
Of the healthcare subsidies. So, but
Yeah.
you'd say we're not going to vote to open the government until you give us a firm commitment of passage of the extension of the subsidies.
I mean, if Schumer wanted to waffle and he would say, well, Yemisi, they said that they would talk to me if I just agreed to it. And I would say, oh, they gave you their word. Wow, where have I heard that one before?
Yeah.
I would just tell him that certain people are going to have to feel the pressure on the Republican side and come to the table on something.
Hogan, I don't get any sense, despite what the press likes to say, that the president's caving, the president wants a deal. I just don't get any sense there's any distance between Thune and Johnson and Trump, and that they think things are fine. And if there's problems in the country, they think people will blame the Democrats. Is that match with what you're sensing?
Well, yes, but as you know, there is no daylight that does exist right now. They are in lockstep, but typically Republicans get blamed for shutdowns, regardless of whether they're in power or not. This is a rare instance, though, because this is so clear and so concise and sharp and strong from a messaging standpoint, because Republicans did vote to keep the government open and to fund programs that help women, infants, and children, that did fund veterans and did fund our troops and air traffic controllers and everything else. And now Democrats are on record voting 12 times against that. So at the very least, we're kind of battling to a stalemate here in the press, which is unheard of. So while I think we should be up 80-20, 90-10 on it, the fact that we're even at 50-50 is kind of a big win for Republicans, and they're staying on message right now, which is something they don't do nearly as well as Democrats by any stretch of the imagination. Interestingly enough, Trump is holding the same line as is Johnson, as is Thune. We're happy to have the conversation about subsidies, but you have to open the government first. You have to vote for the thing you voted for just 6 months ago. You have to vote for the Biden level spending, the COVID era spending. We're not even dealing with COVID, but we still kept it up high. I think government spending is up 57% since the beginning of the Biden administration. I don't know if anyone thinks the government's working 57% better, but even still, let's vote to open the government, which we were told by Democrats, if you didn't, would destroy the whole country. Now all of a sudden they're flipping on that as well. So we're keeping the government shut down for the first time in history over a clean CR, which is quite astounding, to say the least. I think after they did their Hate America rally this past weekend, and after they got kind of their group out there to say their things. And
Oh, Hogan, now you're just baiting. Now you're just baiting. All right.
No, I mean, you can only
Please,
dress up as
please,
a unicorn so many times, but whatever. That's what they did.
Okay.
And now
All right,
they're
Hogan.
done with that. And by the
Hogan,
way, hold on.
quit your-
The reason I said that
You
is
lapsed
because
into foolishness.
Fetterman told Thune behind the
Yeah.
scenes,
Oh,
we can't
Fetterman.
even talk about this until after we get past the Hate America rally. So
If it
now
weren't-
we're past it
if-
and see what happens.
What about it was a Hate America rally, Hogan?
Well, other than the fact that a lot of people said they wanted to kill or murder Donald Trump and that they would kill or murder Stephen Miller, that was part of it. Not to mention the fact that a lot of flags out there that were anti-American,
All right.
anti-democracy,
Do you want to respond to Hogan's foolishness, or do you want to move on?
That's not true.
I do want to talk about the No Kings rally because I have a very nuanced, and I hope nuance is allowed, view on it.
It's almost encouraged.
Okay. Okay. They say 7 million people. I know folks are, mushing at the numbers. They say 7 million people, 2 million more than last time. Either way, it was a heck of a lot of people showed out in all of these major cities. Yes, there were a sprinkling. I will acknowledge there was sprinkling of some signs, and I went, oh my goodness, that is not appropriate, not okay. And we'll always in the Democratic Party have is this a Free Palestine rally, or is this really something about democracy, no kings,
Not
right? A little
muddled
messaging. But I gotta say, a lot of the folks that were out there, they didn't look like me. They looked like boomers, suburban women. And let me tell you something, to me, suburban women are gold. I just want to tap into them. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to gain all of their power. And they were the people that really drove this rally. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was at brunch in Georgetown. So I did not attend the rally. But from what I saw,
were there any kings at your brunch?
At Le Bon Vache, the French ones, yeah.
Most DC thing ever said on this program. I was at brunch in Georgetown, didn't make the rally.
No,
so good.
The most DC thing was I had brunch at Le Diplomat with Kellyanne. I think that's the most DC.
There you go.
Okay, a word from one of our sponsors, Cozy Earth, cozyearth.com. Right now, use the promo code 2way60 20% off. 20% off for bamboo sheets or the shirts, anything you want, including the fan favorite Bubble Cuddle Blanket, all 20% off with the promo code 2way. And of course, the pants. I'm wearing the pants right now. People often say, Mark, are you wearing the pants? I am. They're not on camera, though. You're just going to have to believe me. But these all are extraordinarily comfortable, soft, and with the promo code 2way, extraordinarily affordable, 20% off. So go to cozyearth.com right now. Use the promo code 2way. Buy whatever you want, as long as you buy pants and the bedding, because home isn't just where you live, it's how you feel. Let's go home with Cozy Earth. Again, cozyearth.com, promo code 2way.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the 2way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and 2way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.